Good morning, my dear student. Welcome you in online class of Bal Sadhana Group of Institution. Myself, Parveen Chaudhary, TGT Social Science in Bal Sadhana Public School, Udagod ji. And today, I teach you about slave dynasty. In previous video, we discussed about the great ruler of Delhi Sultanate of slave dynasty. First, we study about the foreign invaders like as Muhammad bin Qasim, Mahmud Ghaznavi, Muhammad Ghori, and after the Muhammad Ghori, in 1206, a new dynasty founded by Kutubuddin Aibak, named slave dynasty. Slave dynasty rule in India from 1206 AD to 1526, and this time period is known as the Delhi Sultanate period. Then first ruler of Delhi Sultanate was Kutubuddin Aibak, and Kutubuddin Aibak was the ruler of slave dynasty. He founded a slave dynasty because he was the slave of Muhammad Ghori, and he gifted Delhi by Muhammad Ghori, and Muhammad Ghori made him as the governor of Delhi. After the death of Muhammad Ghori, he declared himself as the independent ruler of Delhi Sultanate, and he founded the new dynasty named slave dynasty. Then main ruler of slave dynasty was Kutubuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Rakuddin Firoz, Razia Sultan, Behram Shah, Masood Shah, Nasiruddin Mahmud, and many Ghayasuddin Balban and Mujahideen Quakwad, and last ruler of slave dynasty was Kaimur. And Kaimur, after the death of Kaimur, his commander named Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji founded a new dynasty, was Khilji dynasty. So today we have discussed about next ruler of Delhi Sultanate under the slave dynasty. Then Balban was our next topic. So first I tell you, after the Nasiruddin Mahmud, Ghayasuddin Balban was the wazir in the court of Nasiruddin Mahmud. Nasiruddin Mahmud was incapable ruler, and Balban occupied the throne, and Balban was also a slave of Nasiruddin Mahmud. So first Balban was known as Ulugh Khan, and he belongs to Turke Chehelgani. Means Balban was one of the 40 nobles. 40 nobles, a group of 40 nobles established by the Iltutmish. And this group of Turkish noble, Balban, come to the throne on 1265 AD. After the set on the throne, first he developed a military department named Diwan-e-Ariz. After the set on throne, he developed the military department named Diwane Ariz to stop Mongolians. In previous video, at the time of Iltutmish, many Mongolian attack started on Delhi Sultanate. So Balban was the first ruler to stop the Mongolian attack, and he developed a military department named Diwane Ariz. Next, he started a policy of Sizda and Pabos. He started the policy practice or policy of Sizda and Pabos. Sizda means bowing before the king, means when the king was in the court, then any persons come in front of a king, then he bowing before the king. And second was Pabos. Pabos means kissing the feet of a king, and it was among the main creator of administrative structure of Delhi Sultanate. Means Balban was among the main creator of Delhi administrative structure of Delhi Sultanate, and he adopted the policy of iron and blood against his enemies. Iron and blood policy. In this policy, when any ruler attack on other ruler and he defeated, then men were killed and women and children were enslaved. And this policy also adopted by the Bismarck in the contribution of Germany. See, he adopted the policy of iron and blood against his enemy, in which men were killed and women and children were enslaved. Next, his concept of kingship very famous. His concept of kingship become very famous. Means he believed that a king has a special power given by the God, and he believed that the king was representative of God on the earth, and he is different personality from the rest of common people. So this point you note down. Balban followed the policy of kingship, and according to the following policy of kingship, he believed that the king was superior, and the king was the representative of God on the earth. And second, king was different from the common people. Next, Balban was think that the quality provided by gods, which gave him the power to rule ambient of the idol, provide. And he was also familiar with the tendency of Turkish noble to rebel He was also familiar with the tendency of Turkish noble to rebel. So he maintained a strict discipline in the court. means to stop the rebel of Turkish noble. To stop the rebel of Turkish noble, he maintained the strict discipline at the court. And next is he successful to suppression of the rebellion of Rajput Jamidar, destructions of thieves and dacoit, and strengthening the rule of law. And after that he died in 1286. After the death of Balban, the political struggle of the rich took the bloody form. Means after the death of Balban, all the noble were fought with each other. His death transformed the group clash into bloody succession battle, in which 70-year-old Mujahideen Kekuwad emerged victorious, and Mujahideen Kekuwad became the next ruler after the Balban, and he ruled from 1287 to 1290. He ordered the poisoning to Nizamuddin and appointed Jalaluddin as the commander of the army, and Khilji assassinated Kekuwad and assumed powers. This and the Mumlak dynasty or slave dynasty was end. After the slave dynasty, Jalaluddin was the commander of Mujahideen Kekuwad. He founded a new dynasty named Khilji dynasty. Let's some basic introduction about Khilji dynasty. Khilji dynasty ruled from 1290 to 1320 AD. Means Khilji dynasty, the ruler of Khilji dynasty ruled approximately 30 years. So first I tell you some basic introductions about Khilji dynasty. The Khiljis served under the slave dynasty of Delhi. Means same as Jalaluddin, Khilji was the commander, army chief or commander in the court, in the army of last ruler Mujahideen Kekuwad, and his pen name was Malik Firoz, and the pen name of Jalaluddin Khilji was Malik Firoz. Malik Firoz was the founder of Khilji dynasty, and who originally the Ariz-e Mumlik appointed by the Kekuwad during the day of decline of slave dynasty. Ariz-e Mumlik means commander of the army. Ariz-e Mumlik means commander of the army. The main ruler of Khilji dynasty. Two were the main ruler of this dynasty. First, Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji, and he ruled only for 6 years, 1290 to 1296 AD. After the Jalaluddin Khilji, Alauddin Khilji became the greatest ruler of Khilji dynasty, and he ruled from 1296 to 1316 AD. So Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji was the first ruler of Khilji dynasty. and he became the ruler at the age of 70 years. When Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji became the ruler, when he was 70-year old, and he first he declared himself as a sultan. First, Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji, the first, when he assassinated Kaimur in 1290 AD and declared himself as the Sultan of Delhi, and he was the founder of the Khilji dynasty in the Indian history. One of most thing, he suppressed Malik Chaju revolt at Kada. Kada was present now in the Punjab provinces, and Alauddin Khilji was appointed as the governor of Kada. Means Jalaluddin Khilji appointed Alauddin Khilji as the governor of Kada after he suppressed the revolt of Malik Chaju revolt, and he was assassinated by his nephew and son-in-law Alauddin Khilji. Then Alauddin Khilji Alauddin Khilji was the governor of Kada province, and next after the Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji, next ruler was Alauddin Khilji, and Alauddin Khilji was very cruel, and I think you watched the movie of Padmavat, and the Padmavat, in the movie of Padmavat you watched that Alauddin Khilji attack on Chittorgarh fort for the queen Padmavat, and he fought with Rawal Ratan Singh. So Alauddin attack on Chittorgarh, Ranthambore, and he also invaded Gujarat, and so he was very cruel. So first I started Alauddin Khilji, and he ruled from 1296 to 1316 AD. He did many reforms. During his rule. Means during his rule he did many reforms or social welfare. He presented himself as the second Alexander on the coins. When he issued his coin, he represented as the second Alexander. Alauddin Khilji started the coin, and he praised himself as the second Alexander. And you know, Alexander was a great ruler of the world. He attacked on Ranthambore in 1301 AD. And on Chittorgarh in 1303 AD. He also started a military campaign against the Baghel king. The Baghel king Rai Karan Dev of Gujarat. His commander was Malik Kafur and Malik Kafur was who converted to Muslim from Hindu. First Malik Kafur was Hindu, later he converted into Muslim. When Alauddin Khilji looted the Gujarat, he got hug loot from this campaign, and a Muslim general Malik Kafur, same with the help of Malik Kafur, Alauddin Khilji could enter in the South India, and Alauddin Khilji or his representative Malik Kafur attack on Devgiri. On Devgiri, Hoysal king and the Pandey kingdom. Malik Kafur was the confidential journal of Alauddin Khilji. He attacked on Devgiri, the ruler of Ramchandra Deva of Yadav king of Devgiri, Prataprudra II of Warangal, and Veera Balla III of Hoysal king were attacked by Malik Kafur. Alauddin was the nephew of Jalaluddin Khilji, and he also son-in-law of Alauddin Khilji. He killed or murdered Jalaluddin Khilji through treacherously means to make a plan. He murdered Jalaluddin Khilji, and Alauddin Khilji adopted a title named Sikandar-e-Sahani at the time of his coronation. Alauddin refused 12-time Mongol attack. Alauddin refused 12-time Mongol attack. In the time of Alauddin Khilji, Mongol attack on India, so he stopped Mongolian to enter in India, and he conquered Gujarat with the help of his commander Nusrat Khan and Ulugh Khan. He also attacked on Ranthambore, Malwa, Chittor. Ranthambore in 1301, Chittor 1303, Malwa, Dhar, Mandu, Ujjain, Marwad, Chanderi, and Jalore at the time of Hamir Dev Chauhan. And he was the first Sultan who attacked South India. He sent his confidential journal Malik Kafur against the ruler of South, Rudra Pratap II of Warangal, Ramachandra Dev of Yadav king of Devgiri, and Veer Balla III of Hoysal king. And he constructed a mosque in Rameswaram. At the time of in the expedition of South, he constructed a mosque in the Rameswaram. Rameswaram was present now in the Tamil Nadu. Next, we discuss about the domestic policy of Alauddin Khilji. First, Alauddin followed the divine right theory of kingship. In this theory, king was represented as the god on the earth, and he has also special power on the earth. He Next point, he restructured the spy system. He restructured his intelligence department and he developed an officer named Barid A. Mumlik. He also banned social parties and wines in his empire. He banned social party done by the rich peoples or wealthy class. So he banned all this type of parties because he did not wanted the rich class gathered on a place, and he feared that if the rich class gathered on place, they make a plan and they refuse the Alauddin Khilji. So he banned the social parties and wines. He started the system of branding of horses. He started the system of branding of horses, means dag. In the army, in the cavalry of Alauddin Khilji, he stamped the horses. And this was known as dag practice. And second, he started the descriptive roster of individual soldiers is known as Hulia, inhabitant corruption. And why he started this system? Because he wanted to stop corruption in his empire. Next, he fixed the prices of necessary commodities. In the market policy, he fixed the prices of necessary commodities. If any trader or salesman got maximum price than the retail price, then he was able to punishment. And to see that thing, he established an department, Sena A Mandi, and he established an inspector of the market named Sahna. He strictly prohibited black marketing. Next, revenue was collected in cash, means the revenue collected by the king or zamindar or landlord was in cash, not in kind. Not in kind means the revenue was not collected in grain or produce. He imposed discriminatory policy toward the Hindus and imposed jizya tax, grazing tax, house tax on Hindu communities. First, jizya tax was imposed on the Shia Muslims. Then Alauddin Khilji imposed jizya tax on Hindu communities, and he issued 4 orders to control revolt in his empire. First, seize the wealth of rich classes, increase the revenue by making khalsa, means barren land. Khalsa land is a fertile land. First, mean the land converted into barren to fertile for the agricultural use. Liquor prohibitions in Delhi. He prohibited alcohol in Delhi. Formation of intelligence system and by banning mutual relationship of rich. Mean first we see Alauddin Khilji banned the social parties and wines. Means he did not want that nobles or rich come together. Next we study about the market system. In the market system, to standardize the market system, he established a department named Sehna-e Mandi. Merchants should have to register themselves in the office of Sehna of Mandi before selling their goods. In first, you see, he appointed an inspector of the market named Sehna. So he established a new department to strengthen his administration. First, Diwan-e-Riyasat was department to see trade, controller of trade, Sehna inspector of market, Motsi protector of public and inspector of weight and measures, Barid-e-Mumlik spy officer, Sarai-e-Adal market for domestic and foreign goods. And one of things, Alauddin built a live fort, place of 1,000 pillars and fort of Siri in 1303. Malik Kafur reached to South India and attacked on Devgiri, Hoysala and Pandya kingdoms. He accepted the sovereignty of Khalifa. Means Alauddin Khilji accepted the sovereignty of Khalifa and entitled himself as the Yasmin ul Khilafat Nasiri Amir ul Muminin. This title adopted after the acceptance of sovereignty of Khalifa. Amir Khusro used various titles for Amir Alauddin Khilji. Amir Khusro was a great poet and he wrote some important books named as Khuzainul Fatu, and he also called named Totiye-Hind, and he used various titles for Alauddin Khilji, named Sultan of the World, Headsman of the People in his book Khuzain-ul Fatuhat. Next important work done by Alauddin Khilji. First, he did many reform in the police, spy, postal and provincial administration. Market control reform was also important. He created many posts to improve administrations, like as Diwan-e-Riyasat, Sehna-e-Mandi, Motsi, Barid-e-Mumlik, Sarai-e-Adal. This post was created by Alauddin Khilji to improve the administration. He stopped black marketing and fixing the price of items. He was the first ruler who paid soldier in cash. He was the first slave ruler who paid his soldier in cash. After the death of Alauddin Khilji in 1316, his son Kutubuddin Mubarak Khilji assisted the throne. Mubarak Khilji cancelled all the strict order of his father and declared himself as a Khalifa and adopted the title Ul Wasiq Bilha. After the Mubarak Khilji, Nasiruddin Khusro Shah became the new and the last ruler of a Khilji dynasty. Nasiruddin Khusro Shah become the new and last ruler of Khilji dynasty. And in one governor of Punjab named Ghazi Malik lead the group of noble and conquered the Delhi and captured the throne, and he killed the last Khilji ruler Nasiruddin Khusro Shah. Ghazi Malik assumed the name Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq at the throne of Delhi and founded a new dynasty named Tughlaq dynasty. So I hope you understand about the Balban and Khilji dynasty and the policy of Alauddin Khilji. Have a nice day.